What up and welcome to the Beneath the Dirt podcast. I'm your host, Ron Bone. Thank you for tuning in. Episode 129 in the was good, everybody that's tuned in. Thank you. Whether you're on your favorite podcasting app, on YouTube, and no more Twitch streams. It was I guess you could call it a little trial run, see how it went. And I just don't enjoy doing the podcast live. I thought it would be cool to bring it exclusively to Twitch, play around with the live aspect of it to grow the Twitch numbers as well. But I just don't like doing the podcast live. It's distracting. It's like another pressure added on to doing the show. I don't mind doing other people's shit live, but when it comes to me and my show, I just don't like doing it live. If you've been following for a little bit, you remember I used to rock the Wicked Shit Wednesday shows where every Wednesday night I would play, underground music, whatever. I would just take requests from the chat. And that was dope. That was actually fun because it's really no pressure other than just trying to find the song, get it queued up, ready to go. But doing the podcast is just doing it live. As of right now, it's not it for me. Not it for me. I just wanted to toy around with it because ever since I started doing the video aspect, ever since I've added the video portion of the podcast, because for a long ass time when I first started this shit, it was audio only on the podcast apps and on YouTube. Strictly audio. Didn't do video. Didn't want to edit video. Didn't want to have to fuck with it. And then I just got to a point where I was like, gotta have the video no matter what. And just learn it, get used to it, and fucking deal with it. And I did. And I don't give a fuck about the video aspect at this point. It's just part of the show. But taking it live is just different. You know, sometimes I have to start the podcast over 3-4 times because shit just ain't going right. The way I be doing it just ain't going right. Sometimes I'll be 10 minutes in and I just stop the shit because I don't like the way the show's going. And I got to fucking start fresh. Can't do that live. So I appreciate everybody that did tune in during the live streams of the show. Super appreciated. Thank you for everybody following the Twitch channel. I am going to do something on the Twitch channel, and it's probably going to be video games. Fuck it, right? It's Twitch anyway. Might as well bring it. Might as well bring my bot having ass, my bot Warzone having ass over to Twitch and start doing some live video game streams at some point. No release date, nothing like that. Just keep your eyes peeled. It'll come. I have gone live and played Warzone, Call of Duty. It's pretty much all I play anyway. Up on Twitch. It's been a couple months since the last time I did it. And then the time before that was probably when the whole quarantine shit first started. And I was doing the quarantine Warzone streams and whatnot. But be on the lookout for that. Don't know when it'll happen. But it will. I want to do something with that Twitch channel, just like I'm doing everything else. I thought the live stream podcast would be it. But for me, for right now anyway, for right now, it ain't it. Like I said, it was a good little trial run with the Twitch. And again, thank you for everybody that tuned in to the Twitch streams. Yeah. I just like recording this shit, man. Shooting the shit. I feel a lot better right now. Just recording the shit and knowing that I'm not live. And if you were looking forward to it, I apologize. I'm sorry I'm not live. And I apologize that I won't be going live with the podcast. But every Monday, 8 a.m., YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that shit. It'll still happen. On that front, ain't nothing changed. Ain't shit changed but the month of year. And Let's get it to some new music and news, shall we? Let's see. This week we got. Let's talk about this album. We talked about it last week. As my chair falls down on me. Last week we talked about Flea Lord and DJ Muggs' new project that went up for pre-order. Well, this past Friday it dropped. Ram LZ, DJ Muggs, Flea Lord, 11 tracks, 28 minutes. This stays in line with Flea Lord's usual releases, 10, 11 tracks, not usually going over a half hour long. This is Flea Lord's first solo album or solo project of 2021, produced by DJ Muggs. It is a collaboration between him and Muggs. Muggs produced the entire thing, but it's all Flea Lord on here. We got features from Ghostface, Crime Apple, TF, and Mayhem Loren. And, Flea Lord, who I became well aware of last year, who I knew of before that, but never dove into his music until last year. He had Hand Me My Flowers, whole bunch of, I can't remember the name of the other one, that Havoc produced, In the Name of Prodigy. Then he had the one with Pete Rock produced. Can't remember the name off the top of that, but that was top 20 of last year. And Flea Lord is the shit. This is just that grimy New York shit. And then you got DJ Muggs producing the shit on here. It's fucking fire, man. My favorite song on here early is Driver's Seat, paying homage to CNN, Capone and Noriega. That shit, that beat is insane. The fucking flow and what Flea Lord's saying on there is fucking nasty. Super dope. Ghostface on here, his feature. Ghostface don't sound like Ghostface anymore. That's one thing I've noticed in the last few years. Ghostface don't sound like Ghostface no more. But he's on Wallabies and Gucci Loafers. Still a dope track. Queens Get Money featuring Mayhem Loren is super dope. Mayhem is fucking kills it on there. 45 in my pocket. Dope. There's not one bad song on here, though. Flea Lord fucking kills it. DJ Muggs, man. Everybody knows DJ Muggs of Cypress Hill, producing all Cypress Hill's, most of Cypress Hill shit. I know they've done stuff without him, but, all the early shit produced by DJ Muggs. And this dude is mad underrated as far as producers go. Like, you don't ever hear DJ Muggs' name ever be brought up among the greats in producing. And like, this dude is definitely it. Even back with the Cypress Hill shit he did with House of Pain. He's put out albums with Planet Asia, Ill Bill, Sick Jackin', Jizza, a whole bunch of people. And like, this dude is fucking dope. He dropped a project with Rome Streets a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, maybe at this point. And a lot of people love that album. I still haven't really dove into it. I did a little bit, but didn't really give it, a full listen yet. But this Ram LZ, Flea Lord, DJ Muggs. If you've ever listened to Flea Lord based off my recommendation before, you got to do it now. You got to do it again. And if you haven't before, peep this shit. That artwork is fucking fire. I see somebody on Twitter, or I forget, somewhere, maybe on Instagram, saying that they didn't like this artwork. This artwork is fucking flame emojis, man. This shit is dope. And the music on here is just as fire. So peep that shit. Ram LZ from DJ Muggs and Flea Lord. It's up everywhere. It's still up for pre-order. Not pre-order. You can't get the version with this copy, but there's a new version with a variant cover, which is, I think, probably just the regular version at this point. So you can still cop it. It's a little bit expensive, but it's what motherfuckers be doing with their releases these days. Charging a little bit of extra money for their art. Some people criticize it. I've kind of gotten used to the fact that, shit, we might have to pay $20 for a CD. Yeah, I've gone on record saying, fuck paying $20 for a CD, but if you really want the shit and the artist is charging it, you just gotta fucking fork it up. Ouija Mac does it. He charges 20 for everything. And that shit only comes in a fucking cardboard sleeve most of the time. So we'll see how that Flea Lord DJ Muggs is pressed up. The way they had the pictures, though, was like digipack, fold out. Shit looked ill. So peep that shit if you ain't peeped it. Shit is super fire. Keeping it with the grimy New York shit, a little bit of Griselda news. We got Westside Gunn dropping not one, but two singles this Wednesday. He's dropping the first one right here, TV Boy, produced by Derringer and Beat Butcher. Shit's gonna be grimy hard as fuck. You know that right off rip. Just because Derringer and Beat Butcher are producing it. This is the cover art for that one. Second single is called Julia Lang, produced by Camouflage Monk. And they're both dropping on Wednesday. You know, Westside Gunn, he was teasing last year that he was going to be retiring going into 2021. He said 2020 was his last year. And then right at the end of 2020, he said, fuck that. Ain't retiring. We ain't done yet. I'm still going to be doing my thing. So, TV Boy and Julia Lang dropping this Wednesday from Westside Gunn. I'm not the biggest Westside fan, but I talk Griselda on here all the time. So, Griselda ain't Griselda without Westside. So, I mean, I'll peep the singles. He's very hit or miss with me. I'll say that. That's why I say I'm not the biggest fan, because I just don't like everything that he does. Like some shit that he does, but not all of it. But new Westside dropping on Wednesday. 2 new singles from the fucking Fly God. Super dope. And then last week we was talking about Vinnie Paz dropping his new album, Burn Everything That Bears Your Name. Pre-orders are up on his website right now, so you can pre-order that shit. He's got vinyl, CDs, cassettes, t-shirts, hoodies, all that shit. Pre-orders are up now. He's saying exclusively through his site. Sometimes it's through Fat Beats. It doesn't seem like it is this time around. So the new Vinnie Paz, Burn Everything That Bears Your Name, dropping April 23rd, I believe. Yeah, April 23rd. And that's coming out. And he did drop his newest single this past Friday. He dropped Poppy Wardrobe, produced by Stu Bangers. Y'all know how I feel about Stu Bangers. Fucking fire. This dude, mad underrated producer in my eyes. And, you know, Boston native. Vinnie Paz kills it on here. Vinnie Paz, you know, I'm a broken record, but just one of the more consistent artists in the underground. Poppy Wardrobe is up on digital now, everywhere. YouTube, all that shit. So peep that shit. If you're a fan of Jedi Mind and Vinny, and you ain't peeped it or you didn't know, now you know that shit's out there. I'm hyped, looking for Burn Everything That Bears Your Name, because Paz is that fucking dude, man. I've been listening to Paz since 03, 04. Probably since Legacy of Blood dropped, right around that era. It was before Kings in Hell, Servants in Heaven, if I got it right, or I might have got it backwards, dropped. And I've been fucking with Paz and Jedi Mind Tricks since then. So Poppy Wardrobe out now. Everything Bears Your Name, April 23rd. I'm hyped as fuck for that. And then also this past Friday, we got new Brother Lynch. I didn't even know that this shit was dropping. Brother Lynch dropped a new EP called Fatal. I tried listening to it. First track, he sounds like he still doesn't really have his engineer situation figured out. It's not the worst mix I've ever heard, but it's far from the best I've ever heard as well. And I'd like to see him just, I don't know if it's where he's recording, the actual engineer of his shit, mixing his stuff down, but I didn't even get past the first track. But I know a lot of people fuck with Brother Lynch, and they were fucking with, you know, some of his newest shit, even though, in my opinion, the mix wasn't that great on it. But, you know, Brother Lynch, legendary West Coast artist. Season of the Sickness, Loaded. Then you got the trilogy from Strange Music, Coat Hanger Strangler, Dinner and a Movie, Manable Lecter. That shit, all three of those albums are just as good, or at least Dinner and a Movie is just as good as Season of the Sickness in my eyes. Loaded's fire, shit, 24 Deep. Go back to his first shit. But New Brother Lynch is out right now, so go peep that. And then as I was getting ready for the show, he posted up another image up on his socials. Brother Lynch Hung presents the Manable Lecter Project. So it looks like this dude's bringing back the Manable Lecter character. I thought he was done after that trilogy. No release date on it yet, but he's saying this is coming next. He did say Season of the Sickness 2, Kevlar, is being postponed to 2021. So he's kind of nipping that one in the bud real early in 2021. It was supposed to drop this year, but he's pushing that shit back till next year. So the sequel to Season of the Sickness ain't dropping this year, but he did just drop the Fatal EP, and we got the Manable Lecter Project coming at some point. So it looks like this dude's staying busy, though. Props to Brother Lynch for that. Keep it busy. He's been putting it down for damn near 30 years. I forget what year 24 Deep came out, but shit. It's fucking close to 30 years, if not already 30. So, yeah, New Brother Lynch, I just want to see that quality back up to, just listenable fucking standards. Like, really, like, it's my biggest pet peeve with artists is when they don't have their shit either properly recorded and or mixed. It's worse when it's not properly recorded and then mixed shitty. But even if it's not properly recorded and fucking, mixed good, it's still going to sound like shit because it wasn't recorded right. But yeah, I hate when that shit happens, man. Like, there's no excuse for it in this day and age. There's plenty of engineers out there that you can get to mix your shit down. There's definitely no shortage. Just fucking, I'm just glad some people are figuring it out and some people are just stuck fucking staying with the shitty mixes. I wish that wasn't the case. Ouija Mac was going through that for a little bit. With Water Damage, had a couple tracks on there that were iffy. And then he put out Resistance, The Walk to Wasteland, which a good portion of that album just wasn't mixed well. But then he came back with Resistance 2. And it's just, ever since then, it's just, shit sounds good. He came out strong with Gutter Water, which was, mixed down. It's psychopathic and whatnot. But some people are figuring out the engineer situation, others are not. But I guess I digress from the shitty mix conversation. A lot of people don't even give a fuck or notice. Or, I complain about shit and people are like, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. So, this is what it is, I guess. But let's get into the main little topic this week, shall we? Trollz versus Trollz. I saw this posted up in the Psychopathic Museum. Shout out to the Psychopathic Museum. That place is the fucking shit. I've copped a lot of shit from the museum, filling out my collection and whatnot. So, yeah, if you ain't been to the Psychopathic Museum, you're looking for some shit that's hard to find, or you're just looking for some common shit, trying to fill out your collection, and usually you can find it for pretty cheap. A lot of motherfuckers in there selling CDs for like $5. A lot of the common shit. And if you buy enough, you'll get free shipping with it. So I found this in the Psychopathic Museum. Someone posted up an image of a Verzuz flyer. Not everybody, I've come to find out, is familiar with Verzuz, but a lot of people that are familiar with Verzuz, Timbaland and Swiss Beats put on. We had DJ Premier versus RZA just a couple weeks ago. Ghostface versus Raekwon. We had DMX versus Snoop. We had a whole bunch of motherfuckers going up, battling their catalogs together. And someone posted this up, says more info coming soon with the official Verzuz logo and shit on it. I thought it was funny. A lot of people take this shit serious because, like I said, people just don't know. I posted it up on my page. Some people are like, this shit is fake. Yeah. Yeah, obviously the shit is fake. I don't think Timbaland or Swizz Beatz are going to be hitting up ICP or Twiztid to be doing a Verzuz anytime soon. But, it is a good conversation, trolling aside. I posted it because I knew some people would get up in arms over the shit. I'm not picking sides. I'm a juggalo, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. I'm not asking you to pick fucking sides. All I'm asking is, who would you take in a Verzuz battle? I was thinking about it. Realistically, who would win in a Twiztid versus ICP battle? Like, if they sat down in the same room, together and just played their biggest songs / their favorite songs up against each other, who would win? I surprisingly saw a lot more people say Twiztid than ICP. Would Twiztid beat ICP in a Verzuz battle? It would be close. Even if you're a fucking diehard ICP fan, you fucking hate Twiztid now, but you did like them at some point. If they did do a battle, it would be a lot closer than maybe you would like to admit or even think. But I do think ICP would edge out Twiztid in a Verzuz battle. Like, that first 6 is just... it's hard, man. That's fucking hard. Like, Malenko, for me, my personal favorite album of all time. If I can only have one album, it's got to be Great Malenko. But to go 20 songs up against each other, Twiztid and ICP, I think the final score, like I said, it would be a lot closer than you think. I think the final score would be some shit like maybe 12-8, 13-7, something like that. Like, I feel like Twiztid would put up a good fight on some shit, but ultimately I think ICP would edge it out. I don't think it would be a blowout by any means. Twiztid's got Most Tasteless, Freak Show, Green Book, Mirror Mirror. Like, those 4 albums are just fucking classic. Mirror Mirror, underrated as fuck. Abominations. If you want to go newer Twiztid, Abominations. I don't think they would be able to play anything new M&E era to go up against ICP. And I think ICP would... I know Jay would want to play a lot of new shit, but I feel like they would have to stick to the first 6. Joker's Cards and, like, the sideshow EPs. Beverly Kills, Terror Wheel, Tunnel of Love. All that shit. But, I thought the image was funny. The trolls trolling the trolls, if you will. But realistically, if this shit would go down, I think it'd be pretty close. 12-8 ICP. I think there's just songs from Twiztid that are unbeatable renditions of Reality, Murder, Murder, Murder. I'm All Right. Fucking, what else? Secondhand Smoke. Afraid of Me. Maybe We Don't Die, Rock the Dead, Blank. Like, shit like that. But then ICP got, like, Pass Me By. Fucking Chicken Hunting. People would see songs like that, though. Songs like Chicken Hunting, maybe Secondhand Smoke, some of the more popular, quote unquote, played out songs might lose a round because it's considered played out or whatever. But like if Chicken Hunt went up against Secondhand Smoke, probably got to go Chicken Hunt on that shit. But I think it'd be a pretty close battle. ICP Twiztid than a lot of people think. I know the Twiztid haters fucking would put it 20-0 ICP. Even the fucking ICP haters put it at 20-0 fucking Twiztid. I've seen a lot of people saying that Twiztid would win just off the M&E shit alone. I think Twiztid wouldn't win one fucking round if they played the M&E shit alone against ICP's catalog. Unless they were going up against the second deck. You know, the second deck is like the same shit as the M&E era of quality of music. Not saying it's bad, but it's just not as good as that. See, is it good or is it just fucking nostalgic that makes it so good? Is it the nostalgia or the fact that it is better? Even though I feel like Twiztid is better now than they were then. ICP, not so much. But I don't think they've really declined that much, if at all. To be honest. You can put out bad albums without fucking getting worse, right? Unless you consistently put out bad albums. And then, yeah, then you'd be taking a fucking decline. But if you could put out a shit album, come back with a stronger album. A lot of people say Life's Question Marks from Twiztid is trash. I like it. I'm one of the few that like that album, but you know, if I were to think that was a bad album and then they came back with what was after Life's Question Marks? The Darkness? No, not The Darkness. Generation Nightmare? Well, then that would be 2 duds in a row. Then I'd be pretty concerned. Yeah. So I don't know why I brought up Life's Question Marks. I should have said Generation Nightmare, even though I'm in the fucking minority of not being a fan of Generation Nightmare. A lot of people like that album. I've tried. There's a lot of people I give the benefit of the doubt where I go back and listen to music to see if I like it. Shit. I even tried going back recently and listening to Marvelous Missing Link. And it's still not good. I've tried 5 or 6 times with Generation Nightmare and that shit was just not good. So I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. We're talking about ICP Twiztid Verzuz. Point being, I think this would be a lot closer of a battle than people would give it credit for. So yeah, 12A ICP, if it were to actually happen. And if it were to actually happen, like if they fucking squashed the beef and actually did a versus battle, you know, a versus battle, style battle together on their own at a neutral spot somewhere. The fact that they would like just would have reunited and just to do that shit would be like fucking that skull blown emoji all fucking day. Like hype as fuck. It would be the illest shit ever. It would be fucking awesome to watch. And I don't even think at that point the battle would even fucking matter just because they're back together again, you know? Just because they're back together. Reunited, fucking maybe happily ever after. Who knows? But yeah, ICP Twiztid Battle would be fucking dope. But you gotta troll the trolls. And speak of trolling the fucking trolls, I got an email from ICP this week from their Patreon saying, "What up, fam? FYI, all juggalos who still need to receive their October and or December Patreon gifts will have them soon. Unfortunately, there were a lot of fake-ass orders emailed to us, and we're having to check each one. Rest assured, your flavor will be on its way shortly." So, in other words, juggalos are just gonna fucking juggalo and try to fucking MacGyver their way to a free fucking gift bag after they've already received one. And we talked about it before. The gift bags, it's fucking March. Is April this week or next week? We will be into April by the end of this week, and people still haven't received their fucking gift bags. Fortunately, I was one of the people that got it in the first batch that went out. Super fucking thankful that I got that shit. Super thankful I got it. But then they put out the little questionnaire form that you had to fill out that if you didn't receive it, to get your gift bag. So, of course, motherfuckers are going to try to weasel their way into a second gift bag and make the juggalos that are actually still waiting for their gift bag wait even longer to get their shit, because ICP is having to, or, whoever is having to sift through all the shit, check off to see who got what. I wish I knew how many people subscribe to the October streams, specifically the October ones. Just because I feel like that was probably the biggest one that they've done yet. Because it was the first time they had all the ill events. They had the gift bag was announced before the shit even started. So we were promised all this stuff. And it was by far the best set of streams that we've had yet. Even though I didn't see the February ones, I did not see anybody say the February ones were better than any of the other ones, October or December. We got the April ones starting. I think they're starting this Friday, right? I'm going to have to pull it up real quick up on the Patreon, but yeah. Fucking stop trying to weasel your way to some free merch, especially if you already got the shit. That's weak as fuck. Or this could just be another excuse from ICP on why the fuck this shit is taking so goddamn long. I hope they get this figured out for the April streams, so the people that are subscribed to the April streams don't have to wait as long. Especially to get that fucking Juggalo coin. Like, the way they hyped the Ultra Live Monster 5, and you're making people wait months on end to receive the coin. Like, how can you become an elite Juggalo if you paid for the shit, but you can't get the fucking coin? And if you get the coin, are we going to have to send the coins back to get the fucking Supreme Juggalo ID? That'd be pretty funny. I'm up on Patreon right now. April 3rd, ICP's Late Night Funhouse Talk Show. Saturday. This Saturday is going down. The very first of April's streaming leaves mugs beaming. ICP's Patreon live stream going down this Saturday. The very first one. I'm subscribed. I want that coin. But more importantly, I want that fucking Fearless Fred Fury Furious Edition CD set. You get Fearless Fred Fury, Flip the Rat. You get fucking A Time of Fury, an album containing all the rare ICP songs released during the Fearless Fred Fury era. I'm ready for that shit, man. And I'll be honest, I'm ready to fucking watch ICP on some streams again. Even when they're not that great, it's like still entertaining to watch. It's just that the October ones were so fucking good. And everything that they did for the October ones was just like so dope. Like, it was just gathering. I feel like I don't know. But I feel like it was like gathering worthy streams. Is the gathering going to be fucking streamed this year? I know a lot of shit is opening up, but is festivals going to be happening by the summertime? Or will we have a month-long stream in fucking August or January? Let's look it up, because they've been doing every other month. So they have one in April. It'd be June. They might have another one in June, and then August, if they keep with the every other month format. So August. I believe August is when the gathering usually goes down. So could the gathering in August be going down via fucking super gathering, ghost time, greatness, spectacular? I don't know. Tried coming up with a fucking long, crazy name like they do. But, last year there was just no fucking gathering at all. we didn't hear ICP 2020 for the longest time in 2020. We didn't hear shit from them until the October streams, and that's when they dropped fucking all the seminar bombs on us, right? All the shit that they promised us. That we've got a little bit of it, but, you know, I see people asking them, what's up with the clown heads? Where are the clown head pains, bruh? They trying to recover from the October and December streams. I think those clown heads are going to have to wait a little bit just so they can fucking take care of these juggalos who are still waiting for their merch package fucking 6 months later. You know? 6 months? And motherfuckers ain't get their shit. God damn, man. But yeah. I'm ready for the April streams. Curious to see how they're going to handle the gathering this year. You know, Monoxide's up on his live stream talking about Astronomichron's going to be going down this year. Fuck. I don't know. Will we have shows in the fall? Will Hallowicked go down? Fright Fest. Everybody else's fucking Halloween shows that they do. Will they be going down this year? Time will tell. But people are starting to do shows. Starting to get back to a little bit of a normalcy, if you will. So yeah. April streams leaves mugs beaming starting this Saturday. It's going to fuck down. Down. And hopefully all juggalos will eventually receive their gift bag. In the Psychopathic Museum, you know, one last note before I bounce up out of here. I know I keep fucking going back and forth, but there's people who still say that they're waiting for a fucking Gloomy Sunday CD from 2 years ago, right? That was 2 years ago? Bro, you ain't getting that fucking Gloomy Sunday CD. Sorry. This ain't happening. You ain't getting that shit. So it's funny that people are laughing when they say it, so I know that they're not taking it super serious. But man, people are just getting ripped off. Ripped off, and it fucking sucks. And it ain't just ICP that's doing it. There are a bunch of motherfuckers out here doing it in the underground. Mad Child, he's finally starting to ship people's CDs out that have been waiting for fucking 6 months as well. Like, fuck, man. A lot of people, I get it. The independent way. Do it yourself. Independent. Well, make sure you fucking hire the fucking correct personnel that can handle the shit before you try doing it yourself. Just a little bit of words of advice. So, yeah. Are you streamed to the April streams? Let me know if you're watching on YouTube. Hit me up on my socials. Let me know if you're fucking tuned in for that shit. Let's get into some other news. Allah Zul Ilu is dropping Necronomichron 2 Dead by Bong for 2021. And the pre-orders went up this past Friday. The Necronomicon pre-orders. No. There is no mask drop for this set of pre-orders. I think maybe they had such a bad experience with the Mausoleum mask pre-orders through the M&E shop that maybe they don't want M&E store handling the mask pre-orders. I'm going to throw a little bit of a juicy little rumor, speculative fucking bullshit out there on that end. So maybe M&E store handled those mask pre-orders so poorly because they did handle those mask pre-orders poorly that maybe Zul doesn't want to fucking do that again. Or maybe that since the first Necronomicon drop didn't have a mask pre-order, they weren't going to do it with this one anyway. But what we did get for pre-order items, we got a fucking baseball jersey, a t-shirt, a rolling tray that came with a grinder and a lighter. And then we have the CD, and then there was a cassette as well. So they did a whole bunch of different pre-orders. You could buy the re-released CD of the first Necronomicron with the new Necronomicron CD. You could buy the new Necronomicron 2 CD bundled with the cassette, which is the one I got because I already got the OG Necronomichron and the re-release. So I copped that CD cassette pre-order. The t-shirt looks fire. You know, it's the little demon bud that's on the cover of Necronomichron. And I'm hyped for this release, man. The first single, Smoke, was fucking fire. I'm hyped for it, man. I love Zool. And it's got to be better than Mausoleum, right? At least to me. I got so hyped on the pre-order on Friday. I was on the road all day Friday bumping new music. I said, fuck it. I pre-ordered the CD and cassette. I said, I'm going to bump Mausoleum. Pulled it up. And, you know, one thing I was thinking of when I was bumping the music, I've used the excuse that the bass is too loud and the mix wasn't great on the album, which I still stand by. I just don't like the music. I just don't think the songs are that good. Is really what it boils down to. The songs just, to me, aren't that good. But Smoke, the first single off this shit, sounds fucking fire. Sounds super dope. The pre-order bundles are fucking dope. The merch, the baseball jersey looks fresh. The t-shirt looks dope. The rolling tray's sick. All that shit. You got the smoky cassette. And then they're doing like a limited green cassette that you could possibly get when ordering the album. So there is a variant cassette. Ala Zululu did say that there is a variant. They didn't specify what the variant was, so I'm just going to assume that the cassette is the variant. Sometimes, or at least the last few releases, with the Almighty, Church Azul, Mausoleum, on the CD itself, there was a variant version. Shit, even the Almighty vinyl, there was a variant. So, no word if there's going to be a variant for the CD, but there is a variant for the cassette. Fingers crossed I get the variant cassette, but if I don't, it's whatever. But new Zool, man. Zool is like one of these groups that I'm just going to buy every format that they put out. Vinyl, cassette. I don't buy cassettes like that. I don't know if I take away, but you can see, if you're watching on YouTube, I got the Psycho cassettes up in the background. But Ala Zululu's pre-orders are up now on the M&E shop. And then, of course, they give us the track list. And it is indeed a full-length album. 13 tracks. The only feature listed on here so far is Blaze. M&E is known for putting up track lists with not all of the features that are featured on the album. But it looks like, as of right now, Blaze is the only feature, on the album on Alternate Dimension, which is dropping this Friday, I believe, as well. Or next week, I can't remember. But Alternate Dimension is coming, the sequel to Another Dimension. I'm hyped for it, man. We got Taking a Trip, An Ominous Shack, Down in the Dark, Deja Vu, Fired Up, Smoke, Dead by Bong, Alternate Dimension, Within the Trees, Necronomichron, Munchies, Pass Away, and Kandrian Dabber. I don't know. But I'm hyped for the fucking album, man. Super hyped for it. So that's the track list right there. And then this is something I actually wanted to talk about last week, and I fucking forgot to mention. But Billy Obey up on Facebook posted the homie Straight Jacket absolutely schooled the mix for Necronomichron 2 Dead by Bong. Now off to the legendary Fritz for mastering. Who's ready for the pre-order? Like I said, I was going to mention this on last week's show, but forgot. So Straight Jacket is mixing Necronomichron 2 Dead by Bong. And I'm saying, fucking thank you for that. Thank you for that. Straight Jacket can definitely mix some shit down. He did Fearless Fred Fury, and that album came out sounding really good. And anything else I've ever heard from Straight Jacket sounds fucking great. So I'm super excited to hear that he's mixing Necronomichron 2. Because I don't know who mixed Mausoleum. That shit was not sounding good. Just wasn't. To me personally, some people say I'm fucking crazy, whatever. I don't give a fuck. But to hear that Straight Jackets doing it, the mix single, not mix, the Smoke single sounded fucking dope. So I'm ready, man. I'm ready for new Zool. These dudes are giving us 2 albums in like a 6-month period. Fucking fire, man. The only thing I could ask for at this point is fucking Venomous 5 to drop this year. Monoxide said maybe this year, but probably 2022. But come the fuck on. I see Zool up on their stream saying that they're in the fucking zone right now recording new music. So why not? Twiztid's focused on the rock project that they got coming out. They got an EP dropping 420. I was surprised that they didn't drop a pre-order for their 420 project dropping along with Zool's. I thought we were going to get a bundle deal going on with Twiztid and Zool dropping on 420, but maybe we'll just get the order the day that it comes out like we have with the last couple Twiztid releases. And don't matter. I'm here for it regardless. But I would really like to see Venomous 5 happen this year, man. I'd really like to see it, especially hearing Zool saying that they're in the zone right now recording music. Like, my dream Venomous 5 album would be produced by fucking Bad Mind. Like, entirely, front to back. Bad Mind producing Venomous 5 would be fucking insane. That shit would be insanely fucking crack. Now, I mean, but the Zool pre-orders are up. The track list is out there. All that shit dropping 420. I'm hyped for it. Let's keep it with the Magic Ninja related news. Oh, the Horror dropped their newest single, Strange, digitally this past Friday. These dudes have been pumping out new music like crazy. Again, I was not a fan of these dudes when they first got signed by M&E. They dropped the Halloween 365 project. I thought it was very generic. As far as lyrically, the shit was very generic. I feel like sometimes artists get signed to, say, M&E or Psychopathic, and then they just feel like they have to put out a certain kind of product to try to fit in or mesh in, whatever, with that fan base or, that label's audience. And I think that Oh, the Horror hurt themselves with that first album that they put out with Halloween 365. I could be completely fucking wrong, and maybe that album was done before they were signed, and that was what they were going to put out. But the EP that they dropped before being signed was a lot different than the Halloween 365 shit. We had singing on there, a lot more electronic sounding shit. Now, the music on Halloween 365 was fucking dope. The metal, the chuggy guitars. I'm here for chuggy guitars all fucking day. The drumming on there, all that shit, super dope. Even though they don't even have a drummer, so I don't know if they actually have somebody actually playing drums or if it's all done electronically. But regardless, it still sounds dope. And these newest batch of singles that they've put out are fucking dope. And it all started with the Tears of Gold single. The cover track, which is their number 1 song now up on Apple Music, now that I'm looking at it. And that Tears of Gold, it was a cover of a pop song that was put out last year or the year before, and it was a fucking phenomenal cover, sounded super dope. And then I think last month they put out Dead Inside, which is their number 2 song up on Apple Music right now. And that shit in the same kind of direction as Tears of Gold, a lot more singing on there. Super dope. I like that song. I'm like, all right, these dudes are 2 for 2 with these new singles. Now on to the new shit, Strange, that dropped this past Friday. We got more singing on here. But we got some rapping on here. We got dude rapping on here. And when it's mixed in with the singing, it goes a lot better. This is probably their best single yet. I'm gonna assume this is original song. I'm gonna assume Dead Aside was an original song. My favorite is still probably Tears of Gold. You know, even though it's a cover, it was done so fucking good. I love that song. But of shit that they've done on their own, this Strange song, again, I'm gonna assume that it's not a cover. If it is, let me know. But this shit sounds like what Halloween 365 should have sounded like. Shit is dope. I'm here for Oh the Horror now. These past three singles, I'm just in. I'm in on them. I'm bumping them. I'm listening to them like multiple times. So if they aren't an upcoming album, I guess I'm kind of assed out, but it's good, man. The music, their metal is the kind of metal that I like, which I'm like very fucking, when it comes to metal music, I don't know what it is, but I'm like very particular. Even if another band sounds like another band that I like the vocals could throw it off, or you know, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Can't explain it. I just know it's weird. But the metal that they do on here, the guitars, the chuggy shit that they do on here, I love chuggy guitars. Again, if you haven't peeped Oh the Horror yet, based on anything that they did with the Halloween 365 release, and you do like singing, I recommend peeping out any of the last 3 songs that they put out, because this shit is really good, man. Really good, and I'm here for it, I guess, you know? You know, I saw was it Robbie Twisted History up on Twitter saying just because an artist signs to a label that you fuck with doesn't mean that you have to be a fan of them. And you know, that's fucking true, because I'm not a fan of everything. And I wasn't a fan of these guys, but these guys are just putting out fucking just better music, I think, than they were when they first came onto the label. And for me personally, it's winning me over. So shout out to Oh the Horror for fucking going back to the singing like they did on the original EP that they had, and just killing it with these new singles, man. I recommend you peep it out if you like metal, singing, a little bit of rapping. Shit is dope. I like it. Strange as fucking. I got it stuck in my head. I was listening to it before I started the show, even though I listened to it probably fucking 20 times this weekend. Shit's fire. Peep that shit out. Keeping it kind of M&E related. We got Clockwork. He didn't drop a new single, but he did announce a new single coming. And April 9th, not this Friday, but next Friday, Damn Thing is dropping. This is the artwork for it. I'm going to assume that he posted, where the fuck is the Clockwork solo album? And it's been a minute since this dude dropped some solo shit. Every single he dropped last year was dope. And then his shit with his new group, Them Chains, is fucking fire as well, man. Like, again, talk about kind of winning me over. When Gorilla Voltage first got signed to M&E, I bought it. I checked it out. I was like, it's cool, but it's kind of whatever. And then fucking Gods and Claws came out, and I was like, bro, this fucking album is amazing. Like, this shit is super dope. These dudes are finding their sound, and they just sound, you know, more comfortable just doing the shit that they're doing. And then they fucking broke up. But then now they're doing their solo shit, and Clockwork's solo shit is so good. So good. Even Mr. Gray's shit is so really fucking good. So I'm hyped for this new single dropping April 9th, next Friday. Not this coming Friday, but next. Damn Thing dropping digitally. Give us a fucking solo album 2021, please. Clockwork, we need that shit. So be on the lookout for that. And then this past week, we got a brand new single and video from G-Mo Skee. It's only up on YouTube. I checked to see if it was available digitally, and it is not. But we got, it looks like the title track off the Fifth Element album, and I peeped it out. Again, I'm not the biggest G-Mo fan, still not after this track, but he does have some shit that I really like. And this track right here, this is a dope ass track, man. Like G-Mo killed it on here. Kind of more of a laid back flow on here. He's not doing the, the hard kind of raspy raps. It's kind of doing a more mellow voice on here. And it sounds dope. The video's dope, simple but effective. He's got more music videos on the way. He's posting up last week. He was in Kansas City with Tech Nine and Triz for a new music video. So I'm hyped to hear him and Tech Nine and Triz on a track together. That should fucking, I don't know. I'm thinking that's gonna be crazy, but who the fuck knows? A new G-Mo is out, and it's unfortunate that this dude doesn't get more love than he gets. Just because I'm not the biggest fan of him, I can see why people do like him. And it's not like I hate G-Mo shit. It's just, it's cool to listen to, but it's not something I like seek out. If it's on, I'm a vibe out to it and shit. But it's unfortunate people don't rock to him just because probably the diss to Violent J. A lot of people fucking don't like him for that shit. But he was just sticking up for the label at the time when fucking Violent J was dissing Eminem, right? And he was the only one to fucking do it and call him out by name. And that diss track fucking shitted on that 6 foot, 7 foot shit. That 6 foot, 7 foot shit was ass. Not good. Right? But yeah, he was the only one to stick up for him at the time by name. Yeah, there's been a lot of subliminal disses and shit, which is whatever. I'm here for it, but new G-Mo, Filth Element. The title track off his upcoming album is out on YouTube, so go peep that shit. And then we got brand new Hopsin. Hopsin is back with another new single. This one's called Alone With Me. This is Hopsin kind of doing like a therapy session with himself. And it's a dope ass track. Hopsin kind of poking fun at himself on here. It sounds like Hopsin's getting back to like raw shit, kind of, but he's making, I don't think he's really making fun of himself on Raw, but I like the way he's sounding on here. It's sounding better than anything on No Shame, which I like that album. The only album I didn't really like from Hopsin was Knock Madness, but I'm here for new Hopsin music, man. And the new shit that he's got, that he's been putting out, sounds good, man. This Alone With Me, Your House, Kumbaya, COVID Mansion, all that shit sounded good. And I'm just noticing that this is the same artwork that he used for Your House. So I don't know if that's an error on his part, but I knew the artwork looked fucking familiar. Now that I'm looking at it on Apple Music, it is the same as the last single that he put out called Your House. So, but peep it, the video's fucking dope. Probably his best video he's put out. All the special effects and shit. Super dope shit from Hopsin. Peep that shit. I'm just glad to see him back and sounding like he's having fun with it. That's the key fucking thing. Sounding like he's having fun making music again. So peep that shit. And then we got a new single from Joey Cool, Strange Music, Protect Thine Energy. Dropped this past Friday on all digital. It's out now. So if you fuck with Joey Cool from Strange Music, that shit's out right now. I didn't listen to it just because, I don't know, not outside of Tech, Chris, and Prozac. There's not much I'm fucking with on Strange, but I do cover Strange on here, so got to cover that. And then we got what looks like a new single with Jerry Robinson and Tech Nine. keeping it with the Strange theme real quick. Looks like it's called Out My Face. Jerry Robinson. I think he's the latest artist to sign to Strange. I don't think anybody has signed since he got on the label, but it looks like that will be coming soon. I still haven't peeped anything fucking Jerry Robinson has done, so, but that's coming as well. And then we got a little bit of news on Low Key. Low Key took to his Instagram stories to post the 2021 music agenda. And this is what I'm here for. I'm here for the fucking music, and predominantly music only. So coming from Low Key, who dropped 2 projects last year, the Blood of Izu and can't remember the name of the other one. I fucking hate my memory sometimes, but there's a lot of music that comes out, and it's hard to fucking remember all the shit. The Eyes of Parasuva, which was a fucking phenomenal album. Arguably his best project yet. So he dropped 2 last year, and then for 2021, he's got Nightcrawlers 2 coming, which is a collaboration project that he does with all underground artists. And then we got Menatonia, a rock project, which Blood of Izu was a rock project. Like, that was a fucking straight up metal album, not one rap on there. Whereas the Eyes of Parasuva was like all singing and harmonies, but did have one rap, verse that he rapped on there. Excuse me. And then we got Neon Sermon, a rap project. And then the Acres of Taliman, the 5th Oracle. I want the oracles, man. Like, his oracle projects are just crazy, experimental, especially in this wicked underground horrorcore scene. Super dope. And then he's got a top secret group project that is horrorcore. And he said, "Oh, you thought I'd just been sleeping the past few months." So I look forward to all new Low Key, but the shit here I'm most looking forward to is the Acres of Taliman, the 5th Oracle. I'm super hyped for that shit. I love all the Oracle projects. I'm hyped for that super secret group project just to see who's in it. I'm hoping that is, could it be like a Devil's Reject, Mad Max, Stitch Mouth, Bloodshot? I don't know. Doubt that'll happen again, but again, I look forward to any and all new Low Key. So he's got those projects dropping. 2021, looking like this dude is fucking gonna be busy as shit, and I'm here for it all day long. And before we bounce the fuck up out of here, we got to do the Ask Roan segment. So let's do that before we bounce the fuck up out of here. If you see this logo right here, you see this image up on social media, comment if you want. If you have a question, a topic you want me to discuss, fucking submit it. And we'll talk about it on the show. Let's go to Twitter first. We got Slim Stanky. He says, "You the man, Roan." Slim Stanky, you're the fucking man. Much love. Appreciate that shit. Mind Bomb Music asks, how do you overcome the fear of failure? How do you overcome the fear of failure? That's tough because some people won't do shit because they are afraid to fail. The only way you're going to fail is by actually trying. So if you don't do it, you won't know if you actually will fail or not. Talk about it all the time. This podcast. Let me go to my Twitter page real quick. My actual profile page. And fucking A. I joined Twitter 5 years ago this month. March 2016. 5 years. I've only been doing the podcast for a little over 2. So for 2 years, say, I was afraid to fucking start the podcast because I was afraid to fail. And here I am now. Am I the most popular? No. But I'm just grinding, doing my fucking thing. The only way you can overcome the fear of failure is to fucking do the shit you're afraid to do. Just fucking do it. And if you fail, so the fuck what? Pick your shit back up. Do it again. And if you don't fail, fucking dope. Just keep doing what the fuck you're doing. Let's go with Legends Will Never Die. Shout out to the homie. He said, I know you said you're not a fan of Yellow Wolf anymore, but it was announced earlier this past week that he's dropping an album with DJ Muggs on April 23rd called Mile Zero. Curious to hear your thoughts on that. I don't know if I'll peep it out or not. Yellow Wolf, I don't know. I've heard some shit that Yellow Wolf has done, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about dude. You know, Trunk Music is a fucking banger. Radioactive is a banger. Love Story's dope. But you know, the Hotel EP, but maybe I'll peep it, maybe I won't. It depends what else is dropping April 23rd. I know I'll be balls deep in Necronomichron too, so I don't know. Even though I fuck with Muggs heavy, I don't know. Alexander Catchpole on Twitter. What do you think about the interview track that ICP dropped called Join the Show? Also, any Amazing Jekyll Brother merch you're looking forward to next merch drop? I never listened to the Join the Show interview that they did. That was like a Hollow Wicked release or some kind of show giveaway that they did back in the day. I know they just posted it up on their socials, and it is available digitally. Never listened to it, so I don't know. As far as Amazing Jekyll Brother merch, I haven't bought any merch off any of the merch drops, so I'd like to see them continue with that comic book cover theme that they've been doing with their shit. So, just have to see, but don't really, I don't know. I just know I'm not going to buy it, so I'm not really looking forward to anything. Let's go to Instagram. I Wear Dirty Socks. One of the best fucking names. I Wear Dirty Socks. Writes in, how would you feel about a Rob Zombie collab on Twiztid's upcoming rock album? I'm hoping for a big name rock collab like this on that album. I've always felt like that Rob Zombie and Twiztid on a track makes fucking sense. Yeah, I always felt like them two on a track would be super dope. Back in the day, wasn't Rob Zombie rumored to be on the Green Book album? I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, I would like to hear Rob Zombie and Twiztid. I feel like that collaboration makes fucking sense. And let's see if there's anything on Facebook. Richard Smooth asks, rough estimate, how much money have you spent on music this year so far? Not that much, to be honest. Or maybe I have. I mean, I think I've done a CD collection video every month. January, February, March. So maybe a couple $100. Not that much. I already got a few CDs in for the next collection video. For next month, I still got a shitload that are on pre-order that, haven't come out because they're pre-orders. And, yeah. Some others that aren't pre-orders that I'm just waiting to come into my motherfucking mailbox. A couple fucking CDs that I got coming, man, I'm excited for. Because I've been wanting them and they're hard to find. So, yeah. I think that's going to wrap it up this week, though. We're an hour and 9 minutes in right now. 10 minutes. I got the graphic on my face all fucked up. What the fuck's wrong with me, man? But yeah, I appreciate everybody that's tuned the fuck in every week. Much love. Again, I apologize for not doing the live stream this week, but we ain't doing the live stream podcast anymore. I know people did enjoy it, but I didn't. So if I'm not enjoying it, the product is going to suffer. I felt like the product did suffer a little bit the last couple weeks. But thank you anyway. Much love for your support. Now I'm Rolling Bone of the Beneath the Dirt podcast. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.